all these, many of our founding fathers are Freemasons, and they believe in that secret knowledge and Enlightenment ideas. And all our three major symbols in Washington are linked to the stars above in the sky. That knowledge, if you are a 32nd degree Freemason over here, know what I'm talking about. And they are all connected to the ground and to the sky. And one is Arcturus, which is the White House, and it's the Leo constellation. Leo is the lion, the king. Okay, and then we have a Regulus, Regulus, which means a regulator. Then on the other end, it's a spica. Why do you have a spica in this new nation, just like a pyramid? I will come back to that one in the conversation. This triangle in between is the Virgo constellation. Virgo is astrological sign, and it is governed two planets. No, sorry, let me trace back that one. The Virgo in the constellation is ruled by Mercury. Mercury also rules I think it's a second zodiac sign. In essence, Mercury is the ruling planet for the Washington DC, govern the Virgo planetary system. In Romo-Greek mythology, or their way of thinking, Mercury is the god of commerce and also the communication. So our nation need to have a foundation through commerce. So this is the basis for creating this kind of layout in Washington DC. What they call it a Rome on the Potomac River, and rather than Tiber in Rome. So essentially they wanted to create a nation, another empire. But we don't want to have the same kind of empire that Roman or Greek or the Pope had. So we wanted to have a completely different kind of empire. We wanted to not to associate with the religious rules, but the secular nation. And that secular way of bringing everybody together, in a religious term, if you are a Catholic or the Roman Catholic Empire, you can get all the Catholics together, but non-Catholic is out of the picture. Then you don't have a unified world, unified nation. But if you have a Muslim, you are Muslim is fine, but if you are non-Muslim, you are not belong to that unified world. But if you have commerce, trade, everybody has to eat, drink, walk around and exchange things, then there is a unified mode of operation. That's the founding fathers wanted to depart from the British colonies or the Vatican at that time in the Christianity. So they wanted to create a new nation that separate from what we previously had. So in between this triangle is the Constitution Avenue. If you look at the number 1 at the right-hand corner where the Pennsylvania connect, there is a huge Andrew Mellon water fountain. That's called the zodiac fountain. All the zodiac signs are there. What in the world you wanted to have zodiac sign in this nation? And if it is the Christian nation or based on the Christianity, if it is founded. And then all the way through each of these federal buildings, the second one is the Federal Trade Commission. And they wanted to have a trade is regulated. On the both sides there is a huge hose holding a man is holding a hose. That means the hose is our economic engine. That means Alexander Hamilton. And man who is holding the hose back is the regulator, regulating in a way moral sentiment or what have you. You have to regulate that crazy horse. And that is the Thomas Jefferson, in figuratively speaking. And if you go all the way through, last one is the Department of Commerce on the left side next to the White House in the 15th district. And next to that one is the number 8 is the Ronald Reagan building. Ronald Reagan building is called the World Trade Center. If you look at that glass looking at the north, 15th Street, it is the opening up the glass is to the welcome the entire world, is kind of symbolism. And this, when the Ronald Reagan building was completed, America's founding mission, part of that one was completed. Now what I believe, which I can talk about a little bit with what I think what is happening in Barack Obama's mercurial personality, is the next stage of America's next revolution, which Harlan Cleveland used to call the next frontier, is the fairness revolution, which I come back to that one. And this one, again, the Mercury is governing the Washington, D.C. And it's not a Washington, D.C., the nation as a whole. And then this is a part, the third part of my presentation is to talk about what is happening right now. This is the first time in the American history, America's founding fathers, whether they are thinking and acting always different. You know, when they talk about all men are created equal while you have slaves, and all men are created equal as long as women don't have the right to vote. Okay, even though these are brilliant women at that time, my favorite is Abigail Adams, okay, wife of the second president. And there are, you know, Martha Washington is another brilliant woman who has remarkable influence on not only the George Washington and other women at that time. But their contradiction aside, they believe in all men are created equal. These are the Enlightenment ideas, these are the Freemasonry ideas, and nothing is happened. Look at it, you know, women get the vote to, right to vote until early last century. And then equal rights came after the half of last century. So what happened is right now is a remarkable departure from in our American experience, which I see is in this picture when President Obama speech at the joint session of the Congress. In front of now, we have an African American man, happen to be just not African American. He's a black and white. It's a combination. And then behind that one is a white Catholic man. And next to that one is another Catholic woman. Where are they from? From the one is from the West Coast, another one from the East Coast. And who is in the middle? In the middle of the country where Abraham Lincoln came from. It's kind of symbolically, if you have to be a Freemason, understand the meaning of symbols, this represents something remarkable, this picture, I thought. They are not only, they are white and black, East Coast and West Coast, or the left coast and the right coast, which we call, some of us call. And then America's that founding ideas are finally realized on that day. The country came together as a nation, as the founding fathers ever envisioned.